And you've been doing a lot of work and trying to bring peer support into, the mental health system. And I'm wondering, how did you really get that started? And since you've been doing that, what is that looking like for you now?
So I have to give a lot of credit to people that were here before me in my role. My office was started about 27 years ago by a well-known advocate, Jay Mahler, who just recently passed. And he was definitely a pioneer in this work, alongside Sally Zinman, which is another well-known mental health advocate throughout the state. And it was the two of them that really grounded this work. And from the foundation that they've built, the few other folks that came before me have continued to, build out the peer program. So, for example, 14 years ago, when I was hired as a peer worker myself, there were probably about 30 peer providers working throughout our system. And since then, we now have 64 because, we advocate, we have 64 plus peer providers that are fully benefited by the county. And we have additional peer providers such as, over at Putnam and, with Hume and other CBOs. And so that's been built out through lots of advocacy and, showing how peer support works throughout our system and that it's an evidence-based practice. And that we do provide the hope and hold the hope. And we also walk alongside people, and, we look to not, have the power structure, and we develop trust, and people stay connected with us a lot longer. So it shows throughout the system. And to keep it sustained, there's continuous ways that we advocate for that. And one way is by integrating peers with lived experience into the structure and the infrastructure of the mental health system itself. So, for example, I'm able to have a voice at the table all the way up at the executive level, where I meet with the chiefs and with the behavioral health director and the medical director. And then we have peers that are, members throughout our whole county on different committees, decision-making committees, we have some influence and we have a large voice and we have, a strong community, and we support each other and we lift each other up. And so we're present and we're visible. And we do really live behind the nothing about us without us motto. And if you know what that means, the best way I describe that is if somebody comes into my home and starts designing my home without my input, I'm not going to feel good about that. It's not going to be my home. And I probably wouldn't want to live here anymore because that's somebody else's design. So if when people are making decisions about our care, and about our treatment, we want to have input too, because we're the ones that have to buy into it, and we're not going to buy into something that doesn't work for us. So, that's what I found while working with different ethnicities and cultures, that, talk therapy and medication is always not maybe their first choice. There are many other choices out there and community-defined practices that, we want to hold and lift up so that more people can become involved and we can therefore reduce stigma in the community and get more people access to services.